Welcome back to Chukitibu Media. Welcome back to Chukitibu Media. I want you to watch these videos. It's about Nigerian citizens and the Nigerian police. There's this saying that the police is your friend all around the world. But right here in these videos that happen in Nigeria, there's this altercation between the Nigerian police and its citizens. However, before we go on about this altercation, the election or the gubernatorial election that is coming up on the 21st of September, that is Edo governorship election, is already in preparation. The government is preparing. The electoral commission, as they call it, they are also preparing to get things right in order. The political party also, they are also getting themselves together to try to contest and participate in the election. In this particular election that I'm talking about, we have three major contenders. One of them from APC, the other from PDP, and the other one from Labour Party. These three political parties happen to be the main political party, the main player in this election that is coming up. So, the INEC, electoral commissioners, or the electoral body also, they've done their best to make sure that they do what they know how to do best. But what concerns the Nigerian police in this report of mine is that the federal government and the Nigerian police authority have deployed over 35,000 police officers to go and be on ground in Benin, Edo State, to try to see that the election is what they think it should be. I don't want to say, more than this, what they think it should be. Because in actual sense, this is not the first time that you will see police being deployed where election is taking place. And at the end of the day, you will still see, in conclusion, that the political party will actually not agree with each other. They wouldn't even know who won the election, who doesn't win the election, because at the end of the day, they will find themselves in court and try to keep on dragging to try to see who won the election actually. So for me, I will say it is actually not an election when the matter has to be settled in the court. If it is an election, it will have a clear winner, and there won't be any intimidation, there won't be any rigging, there won't be any electoral malpractices on the ground on the day of the elections. So why going to court when you call it an election? So it is not an election, it is what they settle in the court. So will it not have been better if the court happens to be the one that chooses the leader for this particular area or for these elections that is coming up in Nigeria? Instead of wasting people's life, wasting people's money, and wasting taxpayers' money to organize what looks like an election, but it is actually not an election. In this election also, you will see some old elder statesmen that put themselves together to form a group they call a peace committee or peace group. So it seems to me that election is actually a war in Nigeria, because why having a peace group? Why should you have a political party or political contenders or politicians to come down together and sign an agreement that they will keep peace? I mean, it doesn't really make sense to me if it is actually a proper situation where people are free to contest election, and people are even free to put themselves forward for an election. So you still have to sign a peace accord within yourself or within the contenders that they will keep peace. Why? I've never seen this all around the world. I'm only seeing this right here in the in the elections they conduct in Nigeria. Signing of a peace treaty to have an election that is actually going to be for a day, if it's actually an election. And this election is not for a day. It's going to be like that before you even settle who won the election or who doesn't even win the election. So everybody's gearing up and preparing for war. So 35,000 military police officers. Not only police officers, because you have these large numbers of 35,000. It's huge. Now you have the military men as well on their own part. The numbers of military men that will be on the ground is not actually specified right now. We don't know. Then you have the civil defense authority as well. They are going to be on ground just because of, just one position. You just want to elect one person to put the person in position to go. I mean, to administer, to govern a state, and we have to militarize this so far. I cannot understand. I actually cannot understand. It doesn't really make sense too much to me. Maybe you guys can explain to me why it has to be like that, and if you think it's normal. So you're not going to have the NDDCC or the civil defense group of these guys from the civil defense. You will still have people from other security or outfits also on the ground for the same election. So what do I know? Because for me, I don't actually know much, because this looks like you can't explain this to young folks that our people are really doing something reasonable to elect somebody to go. Because I mean, what's the big deal in electing a governor? What is the big deal? What is the big deal? 35,000 from the military men, from the civil defense, from the immigration, from the custom, from the EFCC, from ICPC, from everybody on ground because of this election, just one position. Lord have mercy.